we have had quite an interesting event happen. Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference. Let me know if you watched this. It was quite mixed in my opinion. A very, very mixed event. I'm not going to summarize everything that they spoke about in that event, but basically the way that I view it is that there were some really, really positive things that were announced. Very cool features. You know, I really liked that the calculator app that is going to be available on the iPad, and I was just thinking how useful that would have been for me when I was in university. Maybe not so useful now. I don't really see particular use for that in my everyday life, but it's a cool feature. They announced the how they're going to be using new AI capabilities to create custom emojis called Genmoji, I think. Again, quite cool. Will I use it in my everyday life? Maybe, maybe not. There were some cool things. Let me know what your highlights were in the comments, obviously. However, it was a little bit mixed. I was sat there thinking for most of it, for the majority of that event, when are we going to hear something profound? When are we going to hear something that makes me think, okay, wow, Apple is really leading the AI race? Because right now, there are a lot of players, there are a lot of companies trying to move the needle as quickly as they can with artificial intelligence. We know it. You listen to any earnings report, any earnings presentation, and every single other word is AI. Every company wants a bit of AI. Every company wants you to be wowed by their artificial intelligence integrations. So I was waiting for that because there's been a lot of skepticism about Apple and how they're a little bit behind, how they haven't been doing anything for quite a long time that's really revolutionary. And you know, Apple is Apple. They're a massive company. They're a very good company. They print a lot of cash, but they haven't really been doing much, have they? They haven't really been doing an awful lot, apart from the Vision Pro, which, to be fair, in my opinion, didn't do as well as it should have. It flopped a little bit. Nothing's been that crazy that they've announced. Sure, they've released a new phone, but has it been a really different one to the previous version? Probably not. Have they released any incredible products? Not really. The iPhone's great, the Mac's great. I use them every day in my life. But they've been around for a while. So they've not really done anything crazy. So the big thing that they announced in this event that got the most attention was that they announced a deal with OpenAI. They are basically integrating ChatGPT directly into the iPhone and with Siri. So essentially what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to pick up your phone, you'll be able to ask Siri a question or you ask Siri to do something for you, and then you'll get the option whether or not you want to allow that question, if it's necessary, that request to be put forward to ChatGPT. If you give permission for that, you will then get an answer back from ChatGPT. And I think one of the examples shown was a recipe. You know, give me a fancy recipe. I'm hosting a party, whatever. Yes, I give permission for ChatGPT. The answer comes back. ChatGPT has given you, you know, a 4-course meal with all the ingredients. Great. You can go and make that, whatever. It is going to be useful. I think a lot of people use it and a lot of people are happy with the fact that actually Siri is getting a facelift. Because Siri, a lot of people have been saying that Siri has been a little bit useless for a long time. I don't really use Siri that much unless I have a really quick question. So I kind of agree with that. However, here's the problem. They are working with ChatGPT. 2 things here. Number 1, they're not doing it themselves. Okay? So actually what they're doing is announcing a partnership, utilizing someone else's software, someone else's capabilities, not moving the needle themselves. So are they a leader in AI? Maybe not. Number 2, a lot of people have a lot of issues with OpenAI. We had the whole Scarlett Johansson thing recently. There's been so many issues with OpenAI that people have been speaking about. So maybe not the smartest collaboration in terms of giving your consumers trust. That's a problem. Elon Musk had a lot to say about this. He is not a happy man. So let's take a look what he said. He said that it's absolutely absurd that Apple isn't smart enough to make their own AI, yet is somehow capable of ensuring that OpenAI will protect your security and your privacy. Apple has no clue what's actually going on once they hand your data over to OpenAI. They're selling you down a river. So he's saying there that, like I just said, they're not doing it on their own. They're partnering with a company that not many people trust at this point. And although they've tried to make it very clear that you will get the option whether or not you allow ChatGPT to see your data, to respond to you. Ultimately, he's saying, how can they be sure that they are not seeing your data? Doesn't sit right with him. And then we move on to this. He says, if Apple integrates OpenAI at the OS level, then Apple devices will be banned at my companies. This is an unacceptable security violation. And visitors will have to check their Apple devices in at the door, and they're going to be stored until obviously that person then leaves the premise. He's willing to ban Apple devices from his companies. He really sees this as a problem, as a security breach. And then this one as well, someone said, someone said, give me a Grok phone with Grok integrated, Grok being the AI that would, I guess, be in competition with ChatGPT. And Elon says, if Apple actually integrates woke nanny AI spyware into their OS, woke nanny spyware, we might need to do that. So you remember how earlier I was speaking about how he is not going to make a Tesla phone. He said he's not making a phone of any sort. I said, remember that, because actually they might. They might make a Grok phone with Grok integrated to combat this. We don't know. That's not a proper confirmation. A quick X post when you're angry doesn't really mean that much. But it's very clear that he has some serious concerns about the privacy and data protection of this. Do let me know what you think about that. Do let me know what your thoughts on the whole developer conference actually in the comments below. And also let me know if you see Apple as a leader of AI. If you want to watch these episodes ad-free, get exclusive and extended content and a bunch of other perks, become an insider of the Inner Circle Vault. Link in the description.